everybody. Today I'm going to walk you through my final project, which utilizes Visual Basic and solver optimization for the New York Rangers 2017 season. So before I get into the actual buttons down here, I just want to show you how this is set up. So it's pretty important because of the way that solver is actually working here. So I just want to show you, so first things first, obviously you got to drop in the data and then just do VLOOKUP. So my data is on this tab over here, and then I have this lookups tab which just has some random lookups, especially here for the right wing goalie. So I just, in order to look up the acronym, I just use that. So pretty much first, I just want to show you what this is doing. So I'm bringing in each name based on their position, right? Each player has their own position, and there can only be one player in each position. So what I'm doing is I have a 1 in front of this lookup, which is looking up the position acronym, right? Because in my raw data, the positions are not spelled out. So what it's doing is looking up in column A, C, and it's going to look up the player that has been selected by these values right here. So in my solvers, my variable cells that are changing is this column right here, AB. So and then over here, I just concatenate the 0 and what that player's position is, and then I do the lookup based off of that. So the way that solver is actually working is there is a key up here that is hidden in U to V, and I will make that black for you so you can see. So right here, so you'll see these are my constraints for my solver, which it's summing if there is one right wing, right? So there can only be one right wing. So that's why I put one R there, one L, one left wing, center. And then my constraints are going to be that these values in V have to equal 1 because there can only be one person in each position. So yeah, so just to give you an example here, I'll just, I'm going to zero out Rick Nash, right? So I'm zeroing him out, and then up here it's doing a sum if one left wing, and it's saying there's 0 there, right? So that's not okay because I need a left wing in my lineup. So over here you'll see the lookup for the name, it's showing 0, right? So I'll just show you an example. So I'm going to reset my solver, which is really important here because each time you do a solver scenario, it's going to bring the criteria from the last solver that you did, and it's going to bring it into the new one that you're trying to click. So each time you do a solver scenario, please click the reset solver button up here. Now, so you notice I put the 0 there, right? So we're going to see what happens now. So I want to optimize maximum points only, which is saying it's going to maximize this value right here, this sum if 1 of the points over here, right? So it's summing all of these selected players, and then it's summing their points. So I'm just going to click that button and you'll see. All right, so it looks like Matt Zuccarello and Rick Nash got added up here. And just to check it, let's check the left wing for Rick Nash, right? So he has 23 points. Now, if we go into our data, we'll see all of our left wings, right? So let's go through the line. So left wing. So Rick Nash over here, he has 23 points. We have another left wing, Jimmy Vesey. He has 5, so he's not going to be there. Tanner Glass has 5. Chris Kreider 15, not as much as Rick Nash though, and then Paul down here only has 1. So clearly Rick Nash is the optimal choice here, which that's what my solver did down here. All right, so now I'm gonna walk you through this optimize all button right here because this was actually developed a bit differently than these individual solver scenarios. So I'll show you what I did here. So there's actually a hidden column in S5 to S12. So if I just make that black, so what this is doing is optimizing every data point here besides the shots on goal data, which is just for your reference. So the reason why I did this is because Solver cannot maximize and minimize values at the same time. So I want to maximize my games played, goals, assists, points. I want to minimize my penalty minutes and then maximize the rest of my values. So in order to do so, I had to create a data point over here in my actual raw data, which says I'm going to sum the data points that are positive, and then I'm going to subtract out the penalty minutes. So this is going to maximize and optimize every single data point that is in these individual solver scenarios. So just to show you, I'll just do a quick show over here. So I'm just going to zero out everyone here so you can see what lineup is actually picked to optimize everyone. All right, so I'm going to reset my solver. I'm not sure. You can actually hit this as many times as you want. All right, so let's do the optimize all and see who it comes out with. Okay, so we got Jesper Fast, Rick Nash. So all of these data points are optimizing right now. So it has the lowest penalty minutes and the highest every other data point. Okay, so I think that's it for the overall summary. Now I'll just show you what's in actually my VBA so that you can see what the buttons are actually doing. So each button is set up almost the same exact way. The only thing changing in each button is this solver set cell, which is going to change based on whatever optimizing point you want to maximize or minimize. So this is for assists only, A only, and while everything else is held constant, right? So this is only going to maximize the assists. Now, this min-max value equals 1. That means maximum by changing these cells, which is our 0 and 1s. And then these are my constraints saying that there can only be one right wing, there can only be one left wing, and so on and so forth. And then at the end here, this is actually pretty neat. This solver solve user finish equals true. This actually hides that annoying solver results dialog box after every time the solver has finished its calculation. So I thought that was really handy here because otherwise you would see the dialog box every time you hit a button, which would be very, very annoying. So yeah, each one is pretty much built the same exact way. And then just to show you the solver reset button is pretty simple. It's literally just one line. It's just solver reset, and then that clears out all of the criteria in the solver itself. Now, also, you can actually see the solver itself. So let me just show you that. So I'm going to reset it. I'm going to hit maximize points only. So see, it did change a bit. And then I'm going to go to home. Oh no, I'm going to go to data and then solver. So see, the Visual Basic actually cleared out all of the criteria and then inputted the new criteria, which is maximizing this J12 value right here, right? So as you can see, set objective, so J12 by changing variables, AB, these are my 0 and 1 values, and then to the max, and then these are my constraints. So that's the manual way to do it, but I did input these buttons just to make it a little easier. And then just a quick note, I did do a print lineup button here just to quickly print this. So it's just going to print this selection right here, just for ease of use of this tool. So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for taking the time out to watch my video. If you have any questions, just let me know. And yeah, thanks again.